It's the New Year horn, because it's the only one I have. But, you know, it'll do the job. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, everybody. I hope you are all well. Welcome to this afternoon's stream. For the first time in quite a long time, we're doing a little afternoon stream. Because, well, I have nothing else to do today. And as part of my birthday celebration, I turn 29 in 2 days' time, and I'm unable to stream at any other point, really, for the rest of the week other than today. So I figured we'll do something today, all throughout the afternoon here, and a little bit more going on in the evening as well. Now, I do need to kind of be half aware of what's going on in my external surroundings, partly because I have to wrap up this stream at about 4 o'clock because I'm going to get all of this hair taken care of. However, we will be back later on this evening around about 7ish, just for the traditional evening stream. And also I am expecting a package today because it's my dad's birthday on the 28th. And it's being delivered today at some point. So if I need to disappear briefly for a few moments to go and collect that, then I will have to do so. But otherwise, I don't think there's much else. Like I say, package to pick up at some point between 12:30 and 4:30. Thanks. Nice 4 out.
Happy early birthday.
I'm not used to the big noise. Sean, thank you very much. 1,000 bits to start off with, and a little text-to-speech guy as well. Happy birthday. And a tier 1 sub as well, gifted to a cheesy potato. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. How are you doing on this fine day? Hope everything is well. Just going through the plan. 12 till 4, we'll be doing some streamy stuff. 4 till 7, I'll be having my haircut. Not that it will take 3 hours, but, you know. And then 7 till whenever, we'll be doing some more streamy stuff. And I may need to disappear to go and pick up a package that's being dropped off for my dad. But other than that, not much else going on. We're just going to jump straight into some streaming action in a moment. All good, just on lunch. Working from home, so in and out. No problem, lucky you. A little work from home job. But yeah, sneaky little lunch break as well. Every day is a lunch break at the moment for me. How am I? I am very well indeed. Had to go at an Isaac run. Didn't go very well. So we won't be doing that straight out of the gate. But otherwise okay, just a relatively casual day. I need to clean the house. But that can come at another time. I'm busy today. I'll clean the house another day. People won't mind. Boo! Boo to cleaning the house indeed. So we're going to start today with a little one more block action here on the server. Because I've not been on it for a little while. The sun is setting, that's perfect. Not been on for a little while, and I've been flashed with a little bit of inspiration to do some work here. And it's going to be continuing on in the storage building that we worked on the last time we were on the server. And it's going to involve getting the sort of office part, getting the office part of this building put in place. Because I think what would look really, well, what will hopefully look quite cool at the very least, is having an office sort of suspended from the ceiling and attached to the wall just over there. And I'm going to use orange for this. I don't think we've used orange on any of the floors going downwards. And I think it should fit in quite nicely. We shall see. I'm going to give it a go. Ooh. Oh, hello. You were ready and waiting for me. Little baby zombies. Like a foreman's office. Exactly like a foreman's office. That's exactly what we're going for. And I think this may even be high enough. Now I think this is high enough. So we're going to use the orange terracotta. I've got plenty of it. I think we're also going to mix in some acacia as well. And I have got planks that we can use and the stripped log because it's a very close orange. Maybe a little bit paler, so we can create a little bit of, say it with me now, texture! Just to try and make the office... Oh, I didn't want to make a load of planks, though. Uh-oh. Planks could still work, though. I maybe didn't need that many, but planks can still work. How do I make the... Well, you know what? We won't really need to. We're fine. So I'm going to pop all of these down here. And just... We'll strip them in a minute. We need to take the bark off of them, and then that turns them to orange. Just like that. Surround it with a little bit more of this stuff as well. I'm not quite sure what the... Oh, what am I thinking of? The... Well, the concrete will just be a really vivid orange, which I don't think is what we need. The kind of muted tones, I think, seem to fit a lot better. The Saltiest Wizard, I love the fact your avatar hasn't changed after all these years. Nope, still little old me. Over all of the years that I've been playing this game, I literally just got myself a hoodie. That's about it. We got ourselves a new hoodie with the Netrock branding, but that is literally it. You can't see the branding because of my cape. There it is. Still got the cape, absolutely. I mean, this cape is, what, 10 years old now? Something like that? Minecon 2012? Was that the one we went to? I think it was, wasn't it? Was it 2012? Why mess with perfection? Absolutely. Very well said. It was. I'm just going to double check. I'm going to go back through the vlogs for a second just to see. I am fairly sure it was 2012 because 2012 was the year where pretty much everything happened to me all at once. I passed my driving test, I graduated uni, we went to Minecon, I worked at the Olympics. I'm fairly sure it was 2012. November, if I'm right. Indeed it was, yes, because... Yes, I spent a week vlogging, that was when we made our heads. Yes, it was. So there was a small vlog series from the 19th of November. And then Minecon was the 23rd to the 26th. 23rd to the 26th. Paris. I still rock mine. There's no better alternatives at the moment. No better alternatives. Mojang needs more cape options. They're tough to come by these days. Went to download again, didn't we? Was it 2012 we went again? It might have been. I just closed all the videos, so I can't tell. Let's get the download lineup for the last few years. I can only tell by lineups, not by the year we actually went. So, we went for 2009 with Faith No More, Slipknot and Def Leppard. And... No, it wasn't that year. It was... Sorry, I've just seen the correct one. It was 2011 with Def Leppard, System of a Down and Linkin Park. So it was 2011 and 2013. Slipknot, Iron Maiden and Rammstein. 2011 and 2013 were the downloads we went to. And all the ones with great lineups that I've wanted to go to since have been cancelled. We old! Sad but true. You know what? If you dig hard enough, you might be able to justify that as being a metal joke in and of itself, because that was the name of a Metallica song. So it kind of sits in place. It has a point. It has a place. That's essentially what we've got from that. We old. Sad times. Sad times being old, I mean. Festival and Minecon itself were great times. Still, if there's ever a time to reminisce, it's a couple of days before your birthday. Nice turnaround. That's part of the whole brand we have here. Bad jokes and awkward segues. What have we got there? That's 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need one more row just down on this side. We may even be able to work something else out up here. I think this is probably wide enough for our office of sorts. So we get a wall up. I'll go something like that. We'll fill in the blocks in a second. And then we'll put in the rest of the walls we put on the ceiling, and then underneath we'll get ourselves some supports that will just go into the wall right there. Maybe something that attaches it to the ceiling as well, just to make sure that it's fully kind of suspended, I suppose. Safely suspended. It's very important as we continue to work on this that we bear health and safety in mind. Especially now we've gotten rid of the sign that warns us of the colossal drop. We don't want to take too much damage to everything. Talking of taking too much damage though, I thought I'd lit up down here, but apparently not well enough. Still, it's okay. This is essentially a small mob farm at the moment, which I do kind of need. I haven't got any way of farming mobs right now. Is scaffolding a new thing I've missed, or is it a mod? No, it's an actual feature of the game now. It probably, like a lot of things in Minecraft, it probably started off as a mod. But it is now an actual inclusion in the game. And it's such a great utility to have. You can just get up and down with so little effort now. So useful. There is still a little bit to be desired with it. It's still a little bit janky to use in places. However, it is great to have. You can then just place some out, so you create yourself a little bridge, and then eventually you'll go too far and it plops down until you build up another pillar to support it. So it's infinitely better than just having to nerd pole your way around. Infinitely better. However, there are still maybe a couple of features I'd like to change about it were I ever to be given the opportunity. Which is highly doubtful. I don't suppose Mojang would ever give me the opportunity. Although Mojang, if you are watching, maybe we could cut a deal. I'll introduce you to some of my great ideas. They've already stolen a lot of my ideas. Give this man a job! That's the kind of forward thinking we need round here. Unless it's going to be the meme of the guy being thrown out of the office window for having an actually sensible idea. That's entirely possible. Oh, I see those guys hidden away there. That could be dangerous. Still, that would have my life infinitely easier, and if I knew of its existence. It's not the easiest thing to come by to be able to make. You need bamboo, which can only be found in a jungle, as well as string to be able to make it. So, I mean, that's in the grand scheme of Minecraft recipes, that's still pretty cheap. But it's the bamboo that can be the real sticking point. If you've not got a jungle nearby to be able to grab the bamboo, then it can be tough. The advantage is that bamboo grows like nobody's business. And I could do with some more, so we will make some more. Very simple recipe, just like that. Boom. But you do need to go and put in some work to be able to find it. I think for my money as well, to be able to make the scaffolding really useful, I have a texture pack installed which makes it easier to work with. So as you can see, we're able to see right through it. Whereas if I take that off, then it puts like a crosshatch over the top. So then you can't see through it all that well. Which, I get it stylistically. You know, that is probably how the scaffolding would look, but in terms of functionality and just having the texture workable with, nah, you need to be able to see through it, really. You need to be able to see what you're doing. Especially because the whole point of scaffolding is to make building and working in the game easier. You've got to be able to work with it. I don't, but I'm pretty sure Beth has some stash in a barrel or something. Oh yeah, just go and... All you need to do, just take one. Just grab one. It grows so unbelievably quickly. And then you will get about 12 more shoots out of it whenever you harvest it. So once you've got one, it's really easy to keep on going and keep farming more. It's just obtaining that first one sometimes. I think you can also get it from fishing as well, but I think that's only through fishing in a jungle. Oops. There we go. I heard an Enderman zoop. Wherefore art thou? Nowhere. You're fine. Added to my sugarcane farmer. The premises should be the same. Yeah, actually, yeah, not too far away. You'll need a lot more vertical room. Bamboo does grow quite tall. But fundamentally the same kind of mechanics behind it. So yeah, sugarcane should be fine. Lovely. Oof. Looking forward to the cave update. I am looking forward to the cave update because the thing is, I don't need more blocks to work with, and I mean the cave update's going to have plenty to work with. I don't need more blocks to work with necessarily, but I love the idea of just expanding the world more terrain, more options. It's always a good thing for my money. And I think it's probably a long time coming as well. All of these extra terrain features and things that are being added. I like things like, even though I don't think it's being included in the next set of updates anymore, stuff like archaeology and things like that just make the world feel a little bit more lived in. I really, really like. You know, we're not the only ones to have existed in this world. Other people, civilizations have existed before us. And the remnants still remain. I like the ideas behind those. You take, for instance, like in the Nether, you've just got those colossal bone piles that exist now. Alluding to some kind of terrible nether entity that used to exist before they all got wiped out. Or, it's similar to, this is going to be a very odd sort of segue, but you might know what I mean if you've played it. In, the Borderlands DLC, the introduced Cormorax, and then you're just kind of zip-zooping all the way around the desert, and you see these colossal bone piles of other creatures that would have been akin to Cormorax. It just kind of gives you a bit of history about the world without actually putting anything in it. I love those kinds of touches. Haven't played in a long time, but when I did, exploration was always the best part. I think it still is, to a point. The idea of... or something I find that never gets old is just if you set out on a journey somewhere, and some of the incredible terrain generation that you see and things like that, it's really, really impressive. And for me, it never ever gets tiring of seeing some of these madcap mountains and massive caves and stuff like that. So I think it's an incredibly unique thing that the game has, and something that I'm all for being exploited and expanded upon with every iteration. We have been over it many times before, but I am still pretty convinced that Mojang steal ideas from me. They're all subscribed, they just don't tell me anything. Shipwrecks. I was sure that I was having ideas of shipwrecks and igloos way before they came in. And then they went, ah, okay, we'll take that. We'll change a couple of things. For instance, my version of shipwrecks had a skeleton spawner in them. Or would have like a super leveled skeleton or something like that in there to be the deceased pirate captain. Mojang took it from me. Well, me and Nate used to do on the Xbox 360 was she would set up a place to live and I would just run in one direction for ages, find a cave and explore. That was pretty much how it always went down on Netrock as well. Nate was is very much a homemaker in this game. Very happy to let everybody else go out and do the mining. And you know what? I can't say I blame her on occasion. Some of the caves and the noises and stuff like that are really quite unsettling. I like this track. This track reminds me of a game called Superbub on PlayStation 1. It was a bust-a-move type game, but it had this really cool sort of techno music track to it. Vaguely adjacent to techno music, by the way. You'll see the segue in a moment. Has everybody seen the first 10 minutes that got dropped of the new Mortal Kombat movie? That's looking pretty damn tasty. I'm not massively into Mortal Kombat, I must concede. However, the material that I've seen for the movie that's coming out looks freaking cool. I haven't seen the other Mortal Kombat movie, the ones that everybody hates, so I have no baseline to compare it to. However, it looks great. I must admit, the trailer didn't have me particularly sold because basically one moment in the trailer where Scorpion does his iconic "Get over here!" But rather than doing that, in the trailer he just goes, "Get over here!" It's like, that's such a waste of an iconic line. But I watched the first 10 minutes that got released the other day, and actually looks pretty good. Don't know if I want to watch it or not. I have nothing to compare it to, so I would love to. I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm not quite sure where it's available. I think it's supposed to be being released for cinemas, but cinemas are all shut, so it's going out on HBO, which we're kind of stuck for. I don't know how you access HBO here in the UK. Another shocker like Kong vs. Godzilla. Was that good? Because it sounds like the kind of movie that would be terrible. VPN, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Talking of which, this stream is brought to you by NordVPN. No, it's not. It's not. It's not brought to you by NordVPN. It's not brought to you by Grammarly. It's not brought to you by Raycons. Nor is it brought to you by Manscaped.com. However, companies, if you are interested, hit me up. Out of the three, I would really suggest Grammarly, because frankly, I'm more likely to endorse Grammarly than any of the others. VPNs still feel like a legal way of doing something illegal. Raycons, I prefer wired earbuds because wireless ones don't stay in my ears, so I can't endorse those. Manscaped, I mean, I'm mildly well groomed, but Grammarly would win out because it's the only one left, and because I value language skills. Happy to work with anybody though. Not sponsored, but hit me up. You never know. Critics-wise, it was good. Because there's a lot of those kinds of like deliberately B-movie movies that people have been raving about. Things like Sharknado, Troll, was it, or something like that? Those films that are basically an attempt at recapturing B-movie nonsense. And Godzilla vs. Kong feels like an attempt in that genre. But I've not seen it. It reminds me, I saw a film not advertised, but... Oops. That was a... Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that felt like a sort of DVD of a film in what used to be HMV. What about Skillshare? Skillshare, I would consider Skillshare. However, I do not spend my time learning new skills, so I don't know if I'm Skillshare's target market either. But if they want, they want. You know, it's the way it is. But yeah, I saw this DVD. This was ages ago in a shop called HMV, which was a music DVD film, like a media outlet. Let's put it that way, a media shop. And is sadly, to the best of my knowledge, no longer with us. R.I.P. HMV, BBC 123 ITV HD +1. And I saw this DVD advertised. It was for a film called Hobo with a Shotgun. And it blew my mind that is an actual film, first and foremost. And I still found myself thinking, I wonder what this is about. That's what it says on the tin, I'm sure. I'm sure it's literally just a film about an angry homeless guy with a shotgun, seeking desperate vengeance on people who have wronged him in some way, shape or form. but that's what Godzilla vs. Kong feels like to me, is a movie like that. It does what it says on the tin, doesn't try anything else. Having seen the other films in the series, I think they're taking themselves seriously. I think Mortal Kombat isn't really supposed to be taken too seriously, is it? No one's watching Mortal Kombat for the plot, are they? No one's playing Mortal Kombat for the plot. My experience of Mortal Kombat games when it comes to the plot is that it's a plot that is there for plot's sake rather than actually having any kind of truly meaningful impact. Everyone's interacting with the Mortal Kombat franchises for one thing only, depending on which game you're playing. It's of course the fatalities, depending on the game, you know, brutalities, animalities, all those kinds of things. No one's watching it for the story. Starring Rutger Hauer. It's a name I don't think I have ever heard, but I am intrigued by. Oh, Godzilla and Kong movies. Got you. Those films probably shouldn't be taken too seriously either, should they really? I don't think. I don't get how they can be taken seriously because the premise is just so balmy. But of course it must be said, as everybody knows, I am not a movie person by any stretch of the imagination. The way I look at it is, I love all this stuff, but I know it's dumb. Precisely. I mean, that's what I think a lot of people feel about my streams on occasion. I love it, but God, it's dumb. Especially when we're playing nonsense like Table Manners. But at the same time, well, you know what? Yes, it's dumb, but to misquote that song, I love it and I don't care. I think you feel like you know the song I'm talking about. If you do, then good job on discerning it from my woeful explanation of that song, but I just straight up don't know what it's called. I love it. I don't care. And I don't know any more of the song other than that bit. If you enjoy it, then it doesn't matter. Exactly. It kind of likens back to one of my favourite sayings, and it's one of my favourite sayings because it is very pertinent to what I spend my time doing. It's not wasted time if you got something from it. You haven't wasted your time if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, anything like that. So how can you spend all day sitting indoors playing video games? I enjoy it. You're just wasting your time. No, I'm not. I'm getting something out of it, so it's absolutely fine. Love what you do and do what you love. That's going to be today's inspirational message. Ugh! Please leave my storage room alone. There was another one. I have discerned that my lighting is definitely nowhere near as good as it should be for this building. Oh, there's 4 of them? Let's just bat them down to the next layer. Don't do it! Rip storage room. Curses! I mean, it definitely is cursed. But by my own hand. Like Tutankhamun opening his own sarcophagus. Oh, and I didn't get anything to repair those with. That's unfortunate. Not too concerned though. We've got enough stuff to fix all that, so we can do it. I would just rather not. Oh god, the end is never the end. Come on down. This is an unusual problem. Are you kidding? I was well out of range. Alright. Still a lot of work to be done up here then. Again, in fairness, I'm not surprised. We've done a pretty miserable job of lighting this place up. I can't be too angry. It's all my fault. There we go, that's fine. Now imagine that, opening the sarcophagus. Oh wait, dang. Initially I read that in my mind as Obi-Wan balls. And I was like, wait, what? Obi-Wan balls. Can we think of any related puns based on Obi-Wan's iconic quotes? How are you alive? What are Obi-Wan's iconic quotes? Obviously we got, hello there. And we have a job to do, Anakin. Try not to upset him. So uncivilized. Among others. Every construction job does indeed have its setbacks. You are absolutely right. I'm just taking a moment. I just want to jump back onto the internet just to track my package. See how it's doing. Still out for delivery. Arriving between 1:15 and 5:15. Okay. Cool. You don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. Wanna buy some death sticks? You don't want to sell me death sticks. No, I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life. Can you imagine how great would that be? Oh, in my line of work, to have the ability to just make people leave purely by suggestion. I can't begin to tell you how much easier my life, would be. You are my brother, Anakin! You were meant to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it! It's the same about the Sith, isn't it? You were my brother, Anakin. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Something like that. Also, Obi-Wan in that moment. Glitch energy. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't try it. Doesn't he... The penny has literally just dropped. In A New Hope, when you first see Obi-Wan, he discovers the droids. He sees R2-D2 hiding behind the rock. And he goes... Doesn't he then go, hello there? I'm sure he says hello there at some point in episode 4. I'm like, oh, it's just fallen into place. Hello there. Something like that, I'm sure, I'm sure. Oh boy. We've just blown the Star Wars canon right wide open now. I'm sure it was to the droids. I think he says, he basically goes, "Hello there. Don't be afraid, come on." Or something like that. Or it's when he first meets Luke or something and he says it. Almost certain. Yes, yes, yes. George Lucas was a genius. And it wasn't totally off his head on something. I don't know, I enjoy Star Wars. Oops. Even the new ones. I know a lot of people take issue with the new ones. I actually quite enjoy the new ones. They're definitely very formulaic. Like, every time I've watched one of the new ones, my thought coming out of it has been, well, they'd better do something new with one of these films, because right now they're just rehashes of the prequels. I need something new, Disney. You know, in the words of Judge Judy, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Oops, we came down one too low. I enjoyed the 7th, and I enjoy picking holes in the 8th and 9th. The 7th one was great. I think in terms of re-establishing Star Wars as a franchise, I think that Force Awakens did a really good job. Last Jedi was basically Empire Strikes Back, to the best of my memory. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was Return of the Jedi, wasn't it, basically? It was like, here we are, Death Star 2.0, watch out. And they were like, what can we do? What's bigger than a star? Well, maybe a planet. Let's make the Death Star a planet instead. No. It wasn't, was it? Yes, it was. It was a rehash of Empire Strikes Back, wasn't it? The finale certainly was. The finale was just the intro of Empire Strikes Back. Oh, I don't even remember anymore. And did I see... I have seen Rise of Skywalker. And was very nonplussed is the word that I'm going to use. Like, it was alright. I don't get why she just took it upon herself to christen herself in the way that she did. But there we go. How old is that film now? Is it okay to talk about spoilers? It's been out for a couple years now, right? Yes, good. It spent a lot of time to undo everything that Rian did in the 8th. Which is just baffling. This is what I don't get. I don't understand why... Well, no, I understand why writers just retcon stuff that they don't like, but that's part of the... It's part of the canon now. Like, you can't just go back and undo that sort of stuff. It's like we've said it time and time again when talking about Tomb Raider, for instance. Like, there's 3 different timelines for that game. Just accept what the writers laid down before. If you don't like it, you shouldn't be in control of the series. Do a project you like, not one that is just going to be lucrative. But that's just my theory. My media theory! Just because it branches so many different properties, and there's no point trying to just nail it down to one. The Star Wars video games are very good, though. And you all know me. When I say that, I of course mean the old Star Wars games, because I've not played any of the new ones since Jedi Academy, which was early 2000s, I seem to remember. I'd love to get around to them, though. I saw Jay playing Fallen Order, and it looked really difficult, actually. But I'd be intrigued to give it a go. One day. The problem is that that'd be a really difficult game to stream, purely from the point of view of copyright. John Williams would sue every penny out of me if I streamed Star Wars. Copyright strike. Instant. And another one. On a slightly different note, I think you should be able to freely talk about movies a month after it comes out. There is debate, isn't there? When is it okay to begin to spoil things for people? How long do you need to give people until you can talk openly about it without feeling guilty or being shouted at for spoiling? And I'm not sure if a month is where I would draw the line. I would draw the line once it leaves cinema circulation. I'd give people longer, because there are people like me who just don't care. I mean, a bad example, I don't care about films, so it doesn't matter to me if one gets spoiled or not. But I think you've got to leave a good chunk of time. And I think once the film leaves cinema circulation, that's definitely long enough. Why am I up here? Smoother Stone. There we are. Star Wars Return of the Sith on PS2 was underrated. Ooh. See, there were so many Star Wars games that I've never played. Most of my Star Wars game experience lies within the Jedi Knight franchise. So you're talking Jedi Academy, Dark Forces, KOTOR, all that sort of stuff. Rise of Skywalker was damage control. The backlash they faced from Last Jedi was so much that they had to do something. I like that Rey was just a nobody. Why does she have to be related to anyone else? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, talking open spoilers for the threequel trilogy. Is that what we call them? We've got prequels, sequels, threequels. Let's go with that. So, I thought that Rey served the character much better. As you say, as somebody who just existed in Star Wars and was kind of right place, right time. The fact that she then goes on to introduce herself as a Skywalker, I was like, what? I don't remember the film that well, but my memory of it is that there is zero kind of telegraphing of that being a thing. Am I wrong about that? Did I miss something where it turns out that she is descended from Skywalker? Or was it just a case of, well, Skywalker's dead now, I've got his lightsaber, so I may as well just adopt the moniker? From memory, there isn't any Star Wars music from the films in Fallen Order. Ooh, cool. Just be prepared for a lot of parrying and dodging. That's what looked to be really difficult. Like, Jay had barely made it into the first world and he was already encountering monsters that were just one-shotting him straight away. Alright, that's too much for World 1. It's really irritating. Somebody is outside doing some sort of construction work, so they're hitting stuff with a hammer, and it keeps making me think someone's knocking on the door with my parcel. Pretty sure that Disney is scrapping the last 3 movies. Well, I don't know that they need to be scrapped. I mean, well, maybe they do. Maybe it's just a kind of, well, we tested the water and did what we could. Now it's time for something a bit more serious. Because as much as I enjoyed them, I don't think they make sense as a threesome, you know? And I don't think that they make sense just as a whole, taking into account the entire franchise. Whereas I would argue that every one of the original 6 has its place within the 6. Whereas I don't think any of the threequels actually kind of feels like they have a place. And I get that it's probably kind of part to do with the fact that at the end of the original 6, you've kind of nailed shut all of your story arcs, so you have to start something new to be able to carry on. But completely abandoning the original canon and sort of only just mentioning it in passing when it's convenient for plot is kind of unfortunate. The only nods to the old canon being cameo roles, essentially. And even then, they got rid of those. So I don't know. Everyone has their theories, don't they? It's the same thing of how everyone knows what they need to do to fix the country if they were Prime Minister for the day. Everyone has their idea of what they would do to improve Star Wars. Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter, which caused a lot of upset. That ain't exactly a nobody now, is it? Yeah, but I didn't know that. So she adopted Skywalker as her name. How clear do they make it that Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter? Because I don't remember that being a revelation, like any kind of explicit revelation in that film. Unless I'm just completely misremembering all of it. It is made clear? Okay, then I just wasn't focused. Okay, I retract a lot of my criticism because it turns out that I'm just an idiot. But then, you all knew that. They were a mess because of how they handled the backlash. They should have just stuck to their guns. Yeah, you reckon it's a kind of trying to please everybody all the time situation? Which is, you know, creates a case where you please nobody any of the time. They did Luke dirty as well. Yeah, he just kind of fizzled out. Didn't he? That was the end of his bit. He sent a ghost to destroy the AT-ATs and then just peaced out. It's no way for the galaxy's most famous Jedi to close his story arc. Or kept with the same director. Was it J.J. Abrams? Again, like I must stress, I'm not a movie person, so I don't know a great deal about anything when it comes to this. He did 7 and 9. Right. See, that's always going to be a problem, isn't it? Like, you've got 2 contrasting visions, 1 film apart. That was like set up for failure, basically. Then how are you supposed to keep it consistent? Hmm. I'm just kind of glad, and I'm kind of glad, and this may not make too much sense, but I'll do my best with it. I'm just glad that I haven't got the level of attachment to the Star Wars franchise as people who were there from the very beginning. You know, I can imagine that people who saw the release of the first film, Episode 4, and have lived to see how the franchise grows, I can imagine that they feel really done out by what Star Wars has become. I still think they're pretty decent films. I still enjoy sitting down to watch Star Wars film. But I bet that there are people out there who, every time a film's released, it's basically just hashtag not my Star Wars. They only brought JJ back because of how 8 went down. Well, there we go. I mean, that strikes me as odd, because I thought Disney were signing Star Wars deals 3 movies at a time. So it seems unusual that you would have your director only sign up for one of them, essentially. And then when the second one gets released, you go back to that first director and be like, you gotta fix this. And he goes, yeah, alright. I feel like it would make more sense to go, we're making 3 films. We want somebody who can come in and direct for 3 films. Rather than a lightweight who will only be able to manage one. Where I'm calling J.J. Abrams a lightweight. Rather than just pulling in one director per film, but going back to one after the second one does such a bad job. I think Rian Johnson is a better director. If you haven't, you need to see Knives Out, which is an amazing film. Daniel Craig, right? Knives Out is amazing, but regardless of talent, you'd think keeping on the same one on the stories. Yeah, exactly. You've got to keep... This is what I mean. How on earth do you convey an artistic vision to somebody else in such a way that they are able to recreate what you've got in your head? It can't be done. I can describe an idea to you in my head that I've got in my head, but you wouldn't then be able to draw it in the way that I see it. You know, you've got to, if you've got someone with a vision, they need to see it through. It's the only way. I think Disney thought they were going to smash out a Star Wars film every year and it'd be an amazing success. There are a lot of angry nerds. That's what I was led to believe, is that Disney were going to go, we'll have a new Star Wars film every single year. And on first glance, I was like, that's actually kind of exciting. I like Star Wars. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, well, then you're just kind of pumping them out with no quality control. And sure enough, look what happened. I don't know. I did really like Rogue One, however. I really enjoyed Rogue One. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it really kind of bridged the gap between 3 and 4 very nicely. And I think it was just a really nicely put together film. It just worked. I think it just worked really well. And I enjoyed finding out about what went on between the two. Solo, I haven't seen, nor any of like the other canon the other backstory films, for lack of a better way of putting it. And I don't know if I'm interested in them necessarily, because they're character films. And for me, I'm not too interested in where in the history of Han Solo necessarily. I quite like not knowing where he came from and what happened to him. I like the fact that Solo's first appearance was episode 4 and he was just a random guy in a spaceport. I think it suits his character quite well, that mystery. The only way you can do something like that is if you get some, like, Kevin Feige to overlook everything. I don't know who that is. Looking forward to what Marvel has planned for the future. Exciting stuff happening at Marvel. Oh, I know absolutely zero about anything to do with that. Superheroes really aren't my bag. I need to think of a roof for this. And I'm thinking it might have to be... Actually, you know what? Let's go all out Zane on this. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. But I'm gonna. We're gonna get some of the warped wood. We're gonna go blue wood on this one. Right, I've got to get back to work, so I'll be in and out throughout the day. Enjoy. Thank you very much for hanging out on your lunch break. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it goes smoothly and well. And the work isn't too taxing. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of it. Good. I should do it. I always say that and never have enough. Yeah, we're going to go blue wood on the roof of the foreman's office. Just because I've never used the blue wood. So I figure we may as well give it a shot and see if we can make it into something that looks incredible. I highly doubt that it will. But we'll give it a go. Oh, hello sir. Sit yourself down. Alright, let's see what we can make out of this. Moyan give me 3 block high doors already. We can improvise a 3 block high door. We can make one happen. I mean, well, can we? I don't really know. See, these doorways are quite cool. I like these. If you use the stairs above the doorway, it gives that nice little recess look. But I think we can maybe use a trapdoor as well to kind of create something, maybe. It's not awful. The stair is definitely better. Of course, we're in a problem if I put it there, because then I've just got this this bit here. The stair is definitely better. But a 3 block high door would be quite cool. Like smacking my head on the door frame. Every single time. Zoom! I need to go and get some more rockets. I waste so many rockets just zipping from that house, just this short distance over to the front of the base, but it's just so convenient. I can't not. So... This is what I'm thinking. This is gonna... I mean, it looks kind of like a rusty copper roof, essentially. Kind of like what they're going to bring in with actual copper. We're just a little ahead of the curve now. We just need to get in there before Mojang does anything. This is all for mob proofing, essentially. Turns out I may have infinitely more blue wood than I'm actually going to need for this. So we're going to need to find a use for all of this as well. I remember when you complained about my stairs because I did a 2-block ceiling by repeatedly going out, 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 out. I still do that. If anyone builds a staircase where I'm constantly hitting my head, I will still be going out, 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 out. It's just one of the iconic Minecraft moments. It's the same for how if you're stood here throwing items to someone, you have to go. It is more or less obligatory. Guess some things never change. Absolutely. Morgan, afternoon, sir. Morgan, good afternoon to you, friend. How's it going? I hope you're well. Currently doing a little bit more work in our storage room because I've not done any work on it for a long time. All good, thanks. Glad to hear it. Working this evening though. Sad times. Call in sick. They have to take you seriously these days. How has work been since you've been back? Give me an idea of what I can look forward to when I return. You know what, Prismarine probably would have been nicer up here, but I haven't got any of that. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember how many blocks along this is now. If I maybe go here. And 3 in from this side. Was it there? 1, 2, third slab and stair, and then we have 1, 2, third slab and stair. Okay, so cool, it is going to be right there. Oops. Put one of these right here. Oops. And one of those right there. And we're going to bring up some stairs as well. And this is where the chains are going to go. It's been alright. First couple of days we sold over 150 pints in one day. Nice. Everyone's gagging to be back. You're slammed on that first day? Okay, they're both going to go there, just like that. Something like that. Fantastic. Community challenge is indeed complete. Yes. I've now got a Bendy and the Ink Machine stream to do at some point in the not too distant future. And I was saying yesterday, like, as much as I'm not looking forward to playing another horror game, I am looking forward to playing Bendy. Because I've been led to believe it's great. And although I firstly don't like horror games, and B, cannot stand that art style, the horror games that we have played on the channel are not too dissimilar from what I've been led to believe Bendy is about. And the horror games we have played on the channel I have enjoyed as gaming experiences, so I'm assuming that I'll enjoy Bendy. I just don't like horror games, nor do I like the way that it looks. Just waiting for lunch to get here, then easy 4 hours. Nice. You think I'll like it? I think I will. I just think it'll take some time. You know what? I'm going to pass. Ordinarily, we have a lot to trade, but today I don't. So you're leaving your llamas behind. If you kind of walk really far away, what's going to happen to the leads? Because currently they're hooked up to nothing. I don't know if you're pulling the llamas with you here, and if it's just a rendering bug, or... Huh. Okay. Interesting. Now for the ultimate test. What if I push you off the roof? Because that would surely cause the leads to break. Well, that's it. Just keep going this way. Keep going this way. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Okay, those leads are stretching on for way longer than they should. I think we just got a rendering bug right here. Although, I can't resist the urge. Oh! You knew! You knew what we were planning. Alright, well, enjoy yourself up here. This is all going down. Everyone's alright, no complaints. Good, good. Also, it occurs to me how British a response that is. Most will go, I'm good, excellent. British will say, can't complain. And even then, how much truth is there to that? You know, people go, can't complain. Are you sure? And they go, well, actually, it is kind of hot out today. We'll still find a way. Nothing to complain about. You sure? I know you're just gagging to whinge. I know everybody's got something they're ready to complain about at any given moment. Well, actually, I can't believe how much tax I had to pay this week. Said by me, somebody who has absolutely zero concept of how tax works. Like Star Wars. Exactly. Exactly. No complaints. Although, now you mention it, have you seen Star Wars recently? God! It is absolutely the British way. Okay, got chains and some end rods. I'm thinking maybe one on top, one underneath. Just for a little bit of lighting up here. I think that's good. I do need to go down and get 2 more though, because I didn't anticipate putting one above and one below. But we're getting there. Whoa! Thread the needle. Very nice. But it's also not the British way as well. As much as it is, it also isn't. I think people are also quite reluctant to People love complaining to nobody, but can't stand complaining to somebody. Or at least that's certainly the way it is for me. I love a good moan. Oh god, I could complain all day, every day about any given topic. But as soon as, like, my food is badly cooked in a restaurant, I ain't saying anything. Oh, was that a knock at the door? That may have been a knock at the door. 1 second, everybody. So it was not a knock at the door. As much as I thought it was. It was not. Give me some game back. Please and thank you. There we are. I thought it was, but it wasn't. And in fairness, I was going to say that would have been pretty poor show from Amazon's part. I am waiting for a delivery today. But, like, because I literally only heard just one, just a... And so if I'd have gone down there to just find that it had been left on the doorstep, I've been like, well, he knocked once, which doesn't give me much indication that there's somebody there, and walked away after I didn't open the door for, what, 10 seconds? I was like, you're literally just gonna not even wait 10 seconds for someone to come to the door. Poor show. But it wasn't there in the first place. It's only because the package is supposed to be here from 1:15 to 4:15, so we are in the delivery window now. So I've just got to keep that ear trained and hope for the best. Streaming tomorrow? Nice, but don't know what to play. Something salt-inducing. Yeah, play something rage-inducing. How about Spinch? Meat Boy. Go for Super Meat Boy. That's rage-inducing. Same, I just leave it and don't eat it. No, I will still suffer through it. You know, I paid good money on that food. I'm going to eat the food. Some of the food may suck, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Sad times. Anything exciting? It's my dad's birthday present that I'm waiting for, so I also kind of don't really want to miss it. His birthday is 4 days after mine, and like the problem is where I'm living is that it's not easy for delivery drivers to find, so I need to pick it up from them, otherwise it's very easy for it to just be lost to the ether, never to be seen again. So I do want to kind of take it directly from their hands, if I am able to. There's a sequel to Super Meat Boy now, isn't there? There is. It's like an infinite runner game, I think, if it's the same one that you're thinking of. And from what I've been led to believe, it's really not all that. For a start, I don't think Ed McMillan actually had any kind of contribution to make to that game. And nor do I think that Ridiculon did anything for the soundtrack for it. So I think it's essentially just like basically a Crossy Road clone, but with Super Meat Boy assets. Well, you know what? I'll just stick to Super Meat Boy. If that is the case. Super Meat Boy Forever. Yes, yeah, that's the one. That's the Meat Boy Runner game. Cool. Thinking of playing more Outriders or No Man's Sky. Good options. Need to get Outriders, but Resident Evil 8 is calling. Oh, there's a Resi Evil 8? I did not know that. I watched the playthrough for Resident Evil 7. And I thought it was an okay game, but I thought that the DLCs for that I saw for that game were better than the actual game. Like they had some really cool sort of puzzle solving DLCs that I think just hit better than the actual game did. For me. I'm not freaking out at the inventory. What? What's wrong with it? I don't see anything wrong with that. I didn't pay for Outriders. Got it free with Game Pass! Nice! How could you not? Nerds are literally thirsting over a 10-foot tall vampire lady. What can I say? I just don't... I didn't know. So what are you building? So this is eventually one day going to be my storage room. For the time being, I'm putting a kind of foreman's office up here. Just to kind of look out over the storage room. And now that the office is actually in place, we need to furnish this place so that it actually looks like an office. And that starts first and foremost with some windows so that our foreman can see out into the storage room itself. Ooh, fancy storage. Eventually one day, maybe, possibly, perhaps. I would love for it to be an automatically sorting system, but I have very little idea of how to be able to get that into the space that I've got right there. Like a real great plan that I've had is that from the foreman's office, that's just where you put the items and then they start getting divided out amongst all the chests. But I don't really think I've left enough space in and around the storage room there to be able to fully implement automatic sorting. So we'll have to cross that bridge as and when we get to it. And I do not know when that will be. Okay, inventory is a little bit of a mess, I will give you that. As is everything. The problem is I've just got too much stuff over here now. So I'm just throwing it all into a chest until I need it again. It's all over Twitter. Seems like something you'd have heckled at. Oh! No, I haven't been and looked yet. I may have to now though. So much stuff! But this is the problem, is I haven't got any storage to put it all in. That's what we're struggling with at the moment. Just haven't got storage space for it. We will get there though. So, in here, what are we going to want? We're going to want a desk for our foreman to sit at. Desk can go in this corner, right here. Maybe some filing cabinets, some decoration. We can play about with the ceiling a little bit. Try and get some variation in there as well. Let's see what that is. 150 bits, not much, but happy birthday as well. Thank you very much. The amount matters not. I'm very grateful nonetheless. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Or however it goes. I mean me. But whatever. Thanks, bud. Do you know, like, the other problem is as well is that I haven't been on the server casually for a long time. And that's when I would do my inventory decluttering. because nobody wants to see that on stream, right? It's just boring watching people sort through their inventory, isn't it? So I'm not gonna do it. Even though I really, definitely, absolutely should, I'm not gonna. I'm poor, so I'll give you some birthday wishes if I don't see you online before then. You know what? Birthday wishes are absolutely welcome. Thank you for the hydration break, Morgan. Cost me some landscaping. This is a very poorly mob-proofed area. As you may have gathered, you probably didn't need me to tell you that, but it's not very good. So what do you think about 117 being put into 2 parts? So much for those birthday wishes. They always creep up when you look away. Like, all I was trying to do was hydrate. It's important. I've barely sipped. So it is important. But beautiful. Alright, so what do I think about it being split up? I'll get to that in a minute, because first we have a Star Wars haiku. So, let's think. A young Skywalker, born alone with a new hope. Destroyer of bad. That was going so well till the end. Okay, don't worry. We'll workshop it. That's fine. Just going to get food? No problem. Okay, we'll workshop it. So, a young Skywalker. I like that as an opening. A young Skywalker. Born alone. With no... Born alone without history. Oof, this is tough. Okay. A young Skywalker and his evil a young Skywalker fighting against his evil. Oh! A young Skywalker fighting his evil father. Here we are, we're getting there. A young Skywalker fighting his evil father. Far, far away. Oh, it's just one syllable too short. A young Skywalker fighting his evil father. A long time ago. That'll do. A young Skywalker fighting his evil father a long time ago. We got there. Back now with McDonald's. Very nice. I feel this isn't meant to be taken in any particular way, but how often do you have McDonald's, Morgan? It seems like you have McDonald's every single stream. I do like a McDonald's. I've not had McDonald's for ages. But there's a lot of McDonald's. Man, I miss McDonald's. You can get McDonald's anytime you want. They don't deliver to my new building. Oh no! Can you go and pick up? This song has been going on for ages, by the way. It is 8 minutes. It's a song called Why You Should Care. Gotta be honest, I really stopped caring about this song about 4 minutes ago. There we go, nice little modern desk. You love it? It looks bad, I know, but it's been 2 weeks. Oh, that's okay. I could, but that involves leaving the house, and I have my Maine Coon sleeping in my lap. I see. Automod is holding that message because it apparently features a bad word. I am going to click deny on it just because I don't want to approve that word to be used out of context. However, I did see your message and you have your pet mancoon sleeping in your lap, which is adorable, by the way. But I can't approve that word because people are going to use it out of context. For the first time, Automod actually blocked a word that... I mean, it still kind of got it wrong. Automod does not look for context. It wanted to prevent someone from using the word French. I was like, no, we're talking about the French language. Like, people are allowed to use the word French. It's not a bad word. If anything, Automod, that makes you look like the fool. So daft. I need some oak wood, and I find it a little bit hard to believe that I don't actually have any right here. Because this is the other thing as well. It held someone's message back because we were talking, because they used the phrase "chink in the armor." I was like, that's just a common expression. There's nothing wrong with that. But it wanted to block that message because it also included a word that can be derogatory if used in the appropriate context. Automod, like, have a bit of brains. I get it, like, Automod not paid to think, but just try sometimes. It might do a world of good. I ain't gonna need 3 lecterns, but that's kind of inconsequential at this point. Blackstone, where is it? Over here, I think. Lovely. Inventory, even more of a mess, I know. Don't worry, we will fix it. Maybe. It's got to earn its paycheck somehow. This is not the way for it to earn it, though. Alright, so let's get ourselves a desk chair in here. Fine. There it is. Gonna need a couple of birchwood signs as well, just to tie it all together. You know what we're doing. Put those right there. Perfect. Perfect chair. Less office chair, more overlord. We are the evil overlords of a all-powerful movie studio, so it's thematically appropriate. I was thinking the same. It's our usual office chair design. There's a way to... Maybe it's carpet or something. To be honest, we don't really need a lectern here. We can probably find a home for one, but it's not compulsory. You know me, I love my modern furniture. My modern shelving units. Perfect. Can't do any better than that. Probably can, but it's otherwise pretty okay for now. We need to do some variations in the ceiling. Get some plants up and things like that as well. Oh, the painting, of course. Picture perfect. Except not really. I mean, that, if you want Evil Overlord. There we go. Evil Overlord. Can I put an item frame there? Put an item frame where? I probably can. Oh, on top of the lectern, maybe? That's a good idea. Especially with the invisible item frame data pack as well. We might be able to turn that into something. That's a very good idea. I haven't got the means to make item frames at the moment. And the onslaught is about to begin. But that's not too bad of an idea. We might be able to make that work somehow. What I need is flower pots. Ow. And a banner as well. We need to get a banner. Do I have one? I probably did at one stage, however, no longer do. That's okay, we can make another. And I guess it's going to have to be white. It's the only colour wall that I have. Why else did I come over here? Item frame. Yes, thank you. I don't have any ready-made. That's unfortunate. Rio Spitfire is now following. Rio Spitfire, thank you very, very much for the follow. Welcome to the Tag Pack. How are you doing this fine day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be for you? Got a couple of random brown banners. I don't know where those came from. Maybe a village or something. I have no leather. I know where my leather is. It's in here. There it is. So let's make a few item frames, because we could do some cool stuff with them. I know inventory's still a big old mess, but excuse me, gentlemen, not this evening. Thank you. I do not wish to discuss. Thank you. Unbelievable. There we are. All better though. Hello, how are you? I am well, thank you. I am very well, thank you. Ryu, I'm meh. Oh, what's wrong? Is there anything we can help with? Don't like hearing that people aren't too well. So if there's something we can do to help, I'd be happy to try and do that. There we go. Now it looks a bit better. Now we've got some cushions on the chair. I.e. one banner. But I think we could probably pop the... So we can put that there. Can I put an item frame on top? On the side? I can put one on top! Oh, okay. Now I just need to think of an object that we could put in there? Because it's going to exist as a half thing. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Oh, my body's just having issues? Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to pop the andesite walls right here to act as window frames. Because I need to clear inventory space, basically. This is essentially recycling. I just need to use up items that are taking up space now. There we are, I've got one of them. We'll do that. Have I got glass? Probably. Excuse me. Hi. Goodbye. Why don't you put one on the shelf? Let's put one on the shelf. See if we can figure out something to put on it. May even. Can I put one behind? No. Okay, so we can get some item frames right here. And then we'll be able to have things dangling from them, because I can make these item frames invisible. But again, what do we have dangling from them? Oh, we could put some on top, make them invisible, and place some extra books and bits of paper. That could be quite cool. We might do that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I need some plant pots, and we're going to put a bush here that grows up. This isn't going to look like a traditional foreman's office. I should make that clear. I don't do traditional. So, that's my book. I have got some flowers. I don't think I've got any flower pots. Oh, some carpet. Yes, yes, we'll do that. I know the inventory is hurting everybody's eyes right now. I'm sorry. I am trying to be better, just not very hard. I've got items all over the place. Are you, though? Alright, you got me. No. So, just organise some carpet in any kind of pattern. That'll do. Really should have put a back door on this building, huh? Oh, my belly rumbled. It's okay. Don't worry. You shall be fed. Just because Morgan's got McDonald's doesn't mean that you shall go without, okay? We will feed you. Later. I've only got one brick. So I need to make some more. Oh, there's none in there. Or there. Okay, well, I'll just leave that one doing its thing for now. We're not going to need too many. What I do need is sugarcane, paper, books, that sort of thing. I've got a couple of maps here that are just taking up space. I could maybe put one of those down on the... That'd probably be a good idea. We'll do that. It senses the mention of McDonald's. It wants it. It is hungry. Seraphimkin, happy birthday. Thank you very much, Seraphimkin. How are you doing this wonderful day, afternoon, and evening? Are things well? I mean, that's far too much sugarcane for our needs, but we'll make it work. Just got up. It's 10 to 2 in the afternoon. Just awake. Unbelievable. How do people do it? How do people do it? How do people sleep in like that? It's absolutely mind-boggling to me. There we go. I've put some stuff away. We've taken some stuff away from the building project, so we are beginning to tidy up. Oh yeah, happy birthday from Ryu Spitfire. Thank you very much, Ryu Spitfire. The glorious old age of 29 awaits. Oh, that tea is stone cold. Like the wrestler, except less brilliant. I guess. I don't know much about wrestling. Was Stone Cold Steve Austin any good? He's certainly the name that everybody knows, right? So he must have been some way good. Didn't sleep till 5 AM. Again, how do people stay up late? It's absolutely baffling to my tiny mind. Oh, almost at 30. Yeah, I know. These solicitors have a sense of humour. Their corporate address is B-hole solicitors. So, well, if they won't let us have A, then we'll have B. Stone cold? That's a phrase I've never heard before. Yeah, if something's stone cold, it's freezing, basically. Normally only applied to things that are consumed, like food and drink, basically. You ever watch Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay? Here we go. This steak is stone cold in the middle. So it's generally a food and beverage slang term, I suppose. Flowers. Maybe I can get some extra flowers. I know I do have some, but some nicer ones would be better, I think. Who did that? Nay, I can't hear you as I'm at work and you're on silent, but I wanted to pop in and say hi before I talked again. Wave at me when you get this message. Thank you very much for the 5 bits, Nay. I hope work is going... Oh. Thank you? Is this sign language for thank you? Thank you. I hope work is going okay. You can thank my dad for the genetic aspect and anxiety and depression for the rest of it. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. Totally understand though. Only know ice cold for that. You're as cold as ice. Yeah, it's a similar phrase to ice cold. Waves. I'm off. Bye. Bye. Adios. Au revoir. Sayonara. Arrivederci. I don't know any others. Bye. I don't think many people know sign language. I know odds and it, like, not much, not in any great detail, but work is going fine. Got my least favourite class soon, so I'm mentally preparing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Good luck. Auf Wiedersehen! You got it. That's it. Yes, Auf Wiedersehen is German, isn't it? What's Spanish? Did I cover Spanish? Adios. Yeah, I did do. I must have done adios, didn't I? Jawohl. Alright, good. Let's prettify this office a little bit further. I did do Spanish. Good. So we get a clock on the wall right there. We're going to pop a little book down on there. Just spin that around a bit. And I've got another item frame as well, but we need to save a little bit of space for our plants. Actually, yeah. And a map might be good right there. Oh, it comes up with buried treasure map. Just don't look. You just don't look at that then, that's fine. Actually, you know what? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't need it either. We've dealt with that. Let's put that away. So we have some paper on the desk. And you know what else? A lever. Let's get a lever. Because I reckon we can make a lever look like a pen. Which will just bring that office look a little bit more together. I'm sure I knew the Swedish for goodbye at one point, but that's escaped me. I think it's hey da. Because hello is hey. I think goodbye is hey da. Right. Now we use our magic book. Right. Item frames. Take me. Invisible item frame. Yes. I can't remember how to select this one though. Check target. This one. Invisible. Do I have to stand on it? Check. Huh. There's a way to do it. Unless I have to be... It's something to do with eye line. So I think I need to be one more block down. Ah, typical. No, it's not a... I don't think it's a shift right click. Nah. To be honest, I've probably got to be right next to it as well. It's not doing it! What about if I stand here? How did I get... How do I do this? It's a data pack on the server that we're on. Wait, hang on a minute. I don't think I was reading the book properly. I was just clicking the wrong bit. Wah, wah, wah. That's all it was. We were just clicking the wrong bit of the book. You know, turns out if you want the item frame to be invisible, you click the bit that says invisible item frame, and it does it. Now I think... So yeah, now I think I need to do that. And then, this is what I was getting confused about, then we need to tower up. It needs to be on your eye line to be able to do it. Invisible? Yes. There we go. Fix it. Yes. Perfect. There we go. Now we've sussed it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had to do any item frame shenanigans. But we have nailed it. There we go. Hey, see, look at that. We got a couple of bits of paper on the desk, a pen. Nice. A little book just sitting down over there. That's all you need. Really cool data pack. It really, really is. Not only does it do stuff for item frames, but it can also be used on armor stands. And it gives you the full ability, the full posability of armor stands. So, as you can see, I've now populated my base with versions of me. We got camera operators right here. I've got an actor on stage acting out a scene from the Rocky Horror Show. And then I've got my director sat over here just watching stuff on the monitors, pointing. He's like, that ain't right. And then in the site office over here, we've obviously got Big Boss. He's just chilling out in here, looking out over the office. We've got the receptionist in his James J. Jonah Jameson pose. Bring me those pictures of Spider-Man! And then there he is, look, just looking down on us. Oh, he's cloning himself. So he can be totally beside himself. Ha Okay. I was going to say, let's try and pose an armor stand in the site office together. But I think I need to sleep first. I'll see myself out. No, don't go. We like those jokes here, especially when they make me feel good about myself like that. Oh, there was no bed on the top floor. It's okay, I've got 2 down here. Vanity comes to my... There are no monsters, I may sleep. Please. The monsters do not exist. Much like real life, spiders just prevent you from sleeping. Nothing else seems to matter, but if you can hear a spider, that's the end of your sleep schedule for the night. Honestly, all I want is just a quick nap, skip it today so I can make an armor stand undisturbed. But no, we've got the undead armada approaching. from all directions. There we go, we're sorted. You hear spiders? Man, what is your hearing? No, in-game. In-game. They do their little hissing noise. If I could hear spiders in real life, I would be... Well, I don't know. Terrified. If you can hear a spider IRL, then what kind of spiders do you have in your country? Oh no, we're just in the UK. We don't have any of the really bad ones over here. Get to Australia though. Then we're talking Australia. That's the country with spiders you can hear. They should put that in the tourism leaflets. Welcome to Australia, the only country where you can hear the spiders. I'd move. So would I. So would I. Here in Australia, we care for our animals, so we make sure that they can be heard at all hours of the day. Take this black widow. You'll hear it way before you see it. How's that for cursed? Armor stand. There we are. Make me an armor stand. And then we'll pose this armor stand right here. I'm gonna go and get some clothes for it, so we can actually spend a bit of time posing it. I'd go Iceland or just somewhere cold. I non-ironically want to go to Iceland. I love cold climates, so I am very much down for a trip to Iceland. Not the supermarket, UK fans, not the supermarket, the country. Straight to Alaska. Alaska again. I'd move as well. Move into the land down under. Right, Mustache, fun catching up. See you later. Thank you very much for coming by and for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go and get some food as well. Go and get that McDonald's. Alright. There's my head. Unfortunately, the armor stand is backwards, so we'll need to pose it this way. Put my head on. And then give me the rest of my outfit. We're going to go full leather. Blend in with the actual office. Now, how to pose this. So, first of all, we do our check target. Boom. We're on this armor stand right here. So, styles, show the base plate. No. Base plate's gone. What else can we do? Arms, yes, give me some arms. There they are. Rotation, this is probably a good rotation. Pointing is also probably fine. Take me back to the front. Presets, so we can actually randomly pose it into one of these. Lunging. Hey, there we go. Or maybe sad. Oh. Cupid. See, there's all these that we can do, and then we can customize it from there. Lasing. That is lasing. Face palm. Oh! I'm not sure about that one either. Confident. Oh, yes, very confident. Randomized. Oh dear. Block. I think pointing. You? Me? Me here? Actually, pointing's not quite what I need. There was one with a lower point. What was that one? That was lunging, I think. Yes. So I might just want to bring this this leg in a little bit. So that'll be the left leg. Oh, that's not the one, is it? Rotation, I think. Left leg. Wait. How do I... Oh! Not quite what I was after. Definitely not. Oh no, give me that. Oh no, I want the book back! Gotta destroy it and start again. Well, I didn't want to destroy that. I'm going to Iceland. Want me to bring you back a pot noodle? Oh. Well, that would satisfy the stomach rumblies. Charlie! Oh no, wait, it was llamas with hats, wasn't it? The stomach rumblies. I have the rumblies that only hands could satisfy. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully with a little bit more success. T-shirt, trousers, boots. Check target. That's the one. So, base plate, no. Arms, yes. And gravity is no. Cool. Call! What did I have? Lunging. I love llamas with hats. Well, I killed them, and then I ate them. Oh! Here we are. This is what I was after. Okay, left leg plus. Wasn't that way. Pose adjust, left leg along the Y plus. No. Along the X. Hey, there we go. We found it. I think we need to adjust the body as well a little bit. Not that way though. We need to come back towards us maybe twice. That's it. That's perfect, I think. And then you give him a book to hold. Utilities. And then you lock it so that it can't be modified. There you go. We just have our officer looking at a book. Nice. Now I want some windows, some bushes, and some trapdoors, and then we just need to play around with the ceiling, and then I think we're done with the site office. Oops. Not quite what I was after, but it'll do. Have I seen Dukes of Hazzard. Answer is still no. Dudes of Hazmat I have also not seen. Colour me mildly intrigued, though. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you get very far? Bushes, trapdoors, ceiling stuff. I have trapdoors back up though. Alright, once we're done with the interior of the site office, I am going to take a quick break so that I may go to the toilet. And then when we come back, we will pivot out of Minecraft, I think. And maybe just do a quick, if it's possible, Isaac run before I have to head off. We'll be finishing this stream in about an hour and 15 minutes. I've got a haircut booked today, so I need to go and attend that. But then we'll be back later on this evening to continue with a little bit more streaming. Beyond a joke. We haven't had a Beyond a joke for a long time. Let's tell a joke. And I shall do so as soon as I've gathered everything that I need for the inside. Yeah, that'll do. Now I'm going to hide away inside as well, so we're nice and safe, especially as it's now turning to night. Nice and safe, I said. Thank you. Oh, glass for the window I need. Actually, maybe windowless is a good look. I think I quite like windowless. Maybe we'll go windowless. Okay. Oof, that's a lot of command chat right there. Let me just check on my package as well whilst we're here. Still aiming for 115. Is there a way to actually track the van? Not right now, it seems. Okay. Let's go for our joke today. Ooh, what's these? Okay, here's one for any maths fans. When she told me I was average, she was just being mean. That's quite good. Did you hear what the guy did to his dead batteries? He gave them away, free of charge. That one's a bit more accessible, there you go. It's kind of like Llamas with Hats comedy-wise, about two guys in hazmat suits dealing with some wacky cultist group. That sounds unusual. Alright, I like a sprouting plant on the inside, so that's what we're going to kind of put right here. Just a tree that grows up like that. I may just quickly hide a end rod behind there as well. Maybe two. We'll go like that. There we go. That gives us a bit of light in the room. And now to just fiddle around with the ceiling a little bit. And for that, I'm going to need... Did something just... I heard a noise, but I don't believe it to be my package. Oh, never mind. We'll carry on. So, yes, we need to figure out the ceiling right here. And in order to do that, I'm going to need some slabs and stairs. Let's go for 2 of each for right now. And also maybe some more logs so that we can create the texture. So, for ceilings, what I try to do is just put extra blocks in randomly to try and create a little bit of shape in the ceiling. Something a little bit like this. We're kind of limited on the fact that we've only got the slabs and stairs that we can use to modify the height. We haven't got any of the terracotta or the logs, but that's where we pop it right here instead to try and change up the texture as well as the shape. You could very easily argue that this is a bit superfluous because ultimately this is an industrial building, so it probably doesn't need too much variation in this aspect. It should probably just be straight edges, but I'm willing to persevere, and you know what, a little bit of texture and variation is always good. Just because it helps to shape the room a little bit more. Not really thinking too much about where everything's going. Oh, my belly! Just keeps on grumbling. Now I'm going to need to make one of those stripped logs that's all the way around. Something like that. I'm actually quite happy with that. It's come out quite nicely. We're just sort of being random, but just the extra shape it's given to the ceiling is... it just helps to frame the room a little bit better. And now we need to get some of our light sources in. That's what the end rods are for. And I want to try and find relatively natural looking places to put them in. We may need to change up some of the bricks that we have, or some of the blocks that we have placed in order to do that. So something like that. That will do nicely. Light is a bit dark just here. Can I get away with just popping the slab right there? I think I can. I think that looks okay. I can stick another end rod right there. And then I've got some darkness over here. And so to combat that, again, let's just swap some of these out. Another end rod can just sit in the top there. I like using end rods in pairs just because of the ends of them. Kind of create this seamless bar right there. I think that looks better than just using them one at a time, for my taste. Go one more there maybe, and just pop those into here. Something like that, and I think that's gotten us pretty much fully covered for light. Oh, a little bit more around the back here. Okay, one more set. One more pair of rods. Shame about the painting. Painting's going to need to come down, I think. But then if we put another one up... not that one though. I don't like how it automatically defaults to the biggest painting it can fit in the area. I get that that was probably to save some time. But for me it just doesn't. Okay. disappeared briefly there as I rolled my lazy ass out of bed to watch on a PC. That's quite alright. Welcome to the big monitor group. But I think that concludes our work here on the site office. I like this. I think this is quite nice. We, as I said, it's a industrial building, so it doesn't need to be too furnished. It doesn't need to be too well shaped. But I think this is enough for our purpose. What I may do just quickly is get one more desk or table here. Yeah, just like that. And then an empty plant pot. Just like that. That's cool. I think that's done. The only other thing I want to do for the office is build some supports underneath. And I think we'll do that in a moment. What I'm going to do very quickly is disappear for a moment so I can have a pee break, get some more water and that kind of thing. Give everybody else the opportunity to do so as well. Go and get yourselves some water and something to eat, whatever you may need. And then we will be back shortly, about 5 minutes or so, to carry on with what we've started. So, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me so far. We will return momentarily. Go and grab yourself something to eat, something to drink. And yeah, we'll be back shortly. Enjoy the music or enjoy the ads, whichever you get. I'm sure that the products will be fantastic, and I'm sure that the tunes will be lovely. I'll catch you all in a little moment. I'll take some off your hands. They are good. I do like prawn crackers. I don't know, sometimes it's just a little weird. I'm feeling a music change as well. We've been on chill EDM since the start. I think maybe a little diversion into synthwave. The other problem as well is that now I've just got prawn cracker dust in my throat, which is really not good when you've got a lot of talking to do. Alright. Rip. You're telling me. So I want to get some like structural supports underneath here. Do you guys mind? I'm trying to work. My lighting job still isn't very good in here, but beyond being bothered now. So if we come in a little ways from the edge of glory. So here's probably about right. And then what we're going to try and do is maybe just start with the stair. Slab. I'm not very good at building this kind of setup where you have to try and create a gradual incline or decline. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe just something like that, I guess. No, wait. Let's see how that looks from afar before we try anything else. We'll be able to see what looks right and what doesn't. I mean, it's not bad, that, but I think the beam's a little bit too thick. So I think we now need to begin to come down. No, it's still too much. I think the perspective just doesn't look quite right. It's okay, I think this might do it. That's better. I think that's better. And just try and take a step back out again without falling off. This is not very synthwave at all, is it? This is unusual. Lo-fi. Do lo-fi. I think that's what I meant in the first place. I would have called that cyberpunk-esque. It was a bit too kind of... It didn't fit what we're doing here very well. Out. Do you know what? I'll accept that. I think that's an okay design. It's okay enough for me to work with it. The thing is, as well, who's coming in here to look at this? Nobody. We're coming in here to gather our items. No one's coming in here to look at the support beams. Except for the health and safety executives, but they don't tend to come round here too often. This is a bit more like it. This is a bit more along the lines of what we need for some relaxed building. Oh, look, a little bit of trumpet right there. Some smooth jazz. Or saxophone, I think it is, not trumpet. Ooh. And you got block and slab. I wonder why. As long as you keep your nose clean and don't draw attention to yourself, they have no reason to come around and visit. And there have been no disasters here, so there's no reason for them to come around and visit. Apart from that disaster, there's no reason for them to come around and visit. Plus all of the workplace accidents that my employees keep on befalling. For instance, some of them keep catching fire and suffering from impact damage and things like that. But otherwise, it's absolutely fine. It's nothing to worry about. We operate a safe ship here. Here in Tackywood. A grand old movie studio. Alright, I think that actually fully completes all of my plans for the foreman's office. Might also be because everyone is also you. You've cloned yourself. Yeah, why would I call the health and safety team on myself? I am the health and safety team. Reminds me of that Haribo advert. Hang on a minute. We are the police. I like that. I quite like that. That does the job very nicely. But now I need to work out what to do with the rest of this building. Do I want to keep on adding in storage space? Maybe. Otherwise we're just left with a big expanse of nothingness up here that isn't going to do much. I also need a way up and down between the floors, and I did want an elevator, but I have zero idea of how to build a slime block elevator to get this to work. So that we'll have to save that for another day. Okay, so I know I said we wouldn't, but I think it's time for some inventory management. Mostly because I think we should now maybe move some of the stuff downstairs. I do need to do the outsides here, actually. I need to carry on putting these shapes around the outside of the building. So we should do some of that as well. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Rather than worrying about inventory... Well, it does need sorting. So that's all my terracotta. See, this is one for a start. I've got so many mob drops all over the place. We need to find a permanent home for those. It's okay, we can make it work. Now I've got some more saplings in there. They need to be aligned with these ones right here. And then you got some flowers, and there's all my dyes. 2 tall flowers go right there. And this is why we build item sorters. That's the eventual aim for this building. But I admit that it has escaped from me at the moment. I've got podzol and coarse dirt in there. This is all smooth stone. Ugh, that's a bad chest. Okay, give me more of the flowers, saplings, the green stuff. That's what we're kind of working on here.
Alright. I'll tell you the truth.
There we go. Alright, we're getting there. Bamboo should probably go in this one as well. There we are, we're sorting it. The green stuff. Oh, yes. Alright, rod and flesh, get that in there. I got some string. There's a bit more rotten flesh as well. Nothing in there. Good. Okay. Rotten flesh is out. Spider eyes, they can go next to the string so that they are all lined up. And gunpowder goes in there. Let's get some bones. They're all in, and the arrows as well. Those are all in. Wonderful. Next we're going to go for the nether wood. Come on, a bit more organisation. Let's get the wood first. Then vanillium. Here we go. We're getting there now. We're getting there.
Alright. I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, it's this one in, one out malarkey that's a problem. Leather goes in there. Good. And I've got some random bows right here. I'm not going to use those for anything, so let's just get those on the despawn right now. Do you know what? All of this armor. Don't need that, don't need that, and I've got plenty of tunics, so they can sit right there too. And eventually despawn. Great. And these ones also. Yes, we could smelt the chainmail and indeed the gold down for their nuggets, but... oh, and more. I ain't too worried about those. We're not going to lose a couple of nuggets. I'm okay with that. I'm still here, just playing some F1. Are you winning? Who are you playing as? If it's that kind of game. Okay, the coral block can go in there. And there's that cyan that can sit in there. The ice can go in there because that's from a trader. I don't need that anywhere near me right now. The mushroom stem, yep, that can sit in there. Dyes I don't need, that's all terracotta and is full regardless. Good. On to the next one. Got some light grey terracotta, which I don't have the space for. Yes, that's going to be a slight complication. Just going to have to put that in there for the time being. We're going to have to live with it. Red sand, put that in there too, why not? Alright, the basalts, they sit right there. Other random wood can go in there. Acacia log. The chests can sit right there. The rest of the basalt right there. Ah, just not enough space. Glazed terracotta out. Just live in there. All that scaffolding can live right there. End rods can go in there. I got some sticks randomly. Bone meal, fine. This is going to have to be the junk chest by the looks of it. I'm okay with that. Bucket of water I ain't going to need. That can sit right there. Lovely. And then in here I've got various bits of stone. Excuse me, sir. It's the middle of the day. Okay, we are nearly sorted. All the cobble is in. The moss stone is sorted. Now we're going to pop some of the andesite in. They all go there. Next, put the granite in. And the polished one right there. Diorite, I haven't got much of. It's only the polished stuff. Smooth. Yep, smoother stone. I missed some andesite. Let's get that in. Smoother stone is now in as well. Or it will be. Cool. Smooth sandstone. Let's get the bricks. Flint is another rando. That goes there. And then lastly, I'm going to swap those two out for the other bits of dirt. And then the flavoured dirt can sit right there. Perfect. A nice, new, organised mess of chests. Fantastic. To that end, what do I need for the outside? Cobble, smooth stone, and andesites. Of which I have got a fair chunk actually, so that's fine. Let's take those. And we will just make do with that for now. Actually, that can stay there for right now. There we go. Finally, some organisation. Now we're going to do the outsides here, which is going to take some time. All I want to do is just put some shapes on the outside to break this up, because at the moment it just looks not very good. I shot myself in the foot by choosing this colour palette. It's not very versatile. You can't really do much to break it up in terms of textures, especially not up close. It just doesn't look great. It looks better further away. And so my philosophy is, if you can't make it look good, cover it up. Sometimes that's all you have. And this is a perfect example of that. There is no real way to make the granite and the terracotta work together. So we're just going to have to cover it up. Put things up that distract from how it looks. Cover up the bad bits. Out of sight, out of mind. This would have been great if we were building out of the grey variety of the art blocks, because then you could just say, and a sight, out of mind. Oh! We love ourselves some Minecraft puns. There's me talking about not knowing how to build slime block elevators. I don't even think I have enough slime to be able to even begin to get one of those built. Never mind not actually knowing how to do so. Just straight up don't have the resources for it. Alright, now I've got a little bit of space to work with. And a heap more dirt that I don't need. Let's sleep the night away. Deposit the dirt in the correct chest. We've learned our lessons now. Now we just need to build the shape. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start here. Let's pillar out until they fall down. How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then start our next tower. Have them meet halfway. One too low. There we are. Cool. Over you go. Nice. So now we've got a nice long platform to work with. We can actually get some of these shapes in. And just to hopefully make things easier, can you not add them to the top? I don't really understand too much of the placement when it comes to scaffolding. It feels rather unintuitive at times. We'll figure it out. There you go. Now we got plenty of space to work off of. That'll help us get probably some of the most diverse shapes that we can. I did something similar over here on Soundstage 1, as you can kind of see. However, the blocks blend together a lot nicer on that one, so it wasn't as needed. Whereas, like I say, here, all we have is attempting to cover up. Oops. No! Where did you come from? Where? Where? Where could you possibly have come from? It's the middle of the day. Goodness sake. Okay, this bit of landscaping is not Morgan's fault. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe with a bit more success. The shapes are very square at the moment. I see that, I know that, I acknowledge that. But we will go and create some slabs and stairs in a moment so that we can begin to round these off a little bit and just create a little bit more shape rather than just working with right angles all the time. It's easily done in this game, and a lot of the time it does look good. This game knows what it does well. But sometimes just creating a little smooth edge can really help. Oh, I had smooth andesite as well. I said I had smooth andesite as well. I didn't actually... Oh, I had the smoother stone. I didn't need the smoother stone. That's what I wanted, was the smooth andesite. Redo, everybody, redo! Got to take all of these smoother stone blocks out now. Just to replace. Pro jumps, we're safe.
What you have is nothing more than a system of wires and circuits. It can show feelings only to the extent of which you program it to. It will be your friend, no more than the table you built it on will be.
There we go, that didn't take too long. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And then one more shaft right up the side here. Cool. Let's go and grab those smooth... or, sorry, the cut variants now. So we can round off some of those edges. Oh, no, there's a lot. So, cobble stuff there. There we go. I'm going to take the stone cutter with me as well so we can work on the go. Oops. Boom, there we are. We got there in the end. Put all this scaffolding down and I'm not using it. Come on, stop being such a lame player. There we go, that's cool. There you go. See how much better things are beginning to shape up already? Now we're rounding out some edges. Infinitely better. Don't need to round them all out necessarily. Or even by the same amounts each time. A good mix of slabs and stairs. It's really going to help. Talking of really needing to help, I'm going to need some more of everything. There we are. Lovely. Loads of it. And even if we don't use all of these now, we're going to have another one of these around the other side. And indeed the other side after that too, so don't worry. Ooh. I have an idea for that. I'm going to leave that as it is. Because what I've also been doing for these is gathering walls and putting walls up as well to act as supports. So we have got that option available to us also. Let's go zany. Give me some of these. I don't normally do designs like that because I like there to be some more blocks. So as you can hopefully see here, it is a little bit dark actually. Let's just put that up. So as you can see, we've got the corners of the blocks touching right here. But normally I like a little bit more in this space and in this space so that they're touching by edges rather than by corners only. And I need to talk myself out of that sometimes because things can still look good if only touching by the corners. Oops. Oh no! All the scaffolding. Goodness sake. And it's, of course, it's right where I was working. Wouldn't have minded if it had happened elsewhere, but no. Had to spoil it for myself. For everybody, really. Oh, haste 2, no! This isn't great for our mob spawning spaces. We should just say that. Like, there are plenty of places that mobs can spawn all over these things. But we don't care about that. We're here for the aesthetics only. There are mob farms elsewhere on the server. If we need mob farms, we can go and find ourselves mob farms. It's not a problem. How's my package doing, Amazon? 9 stops away! Wahoo! Alright. Some point within the next couple hours, it reckons. I recognise the road names, I see it. Beautiful. That takes a lot of concern away. Alright, make me some walls. I should probably get a door on the storage room as well, shouldn't I, really? Plenty of those. And you can't make smooth andesite walls, apparently. That's a shame. But then this is what you do. You just put some of these here. Just to, again, it's all about adding a little bit more shape. Don't necessarily need to go mad with them. I think definitely 1 or 2 every so often really does help. Fantastic. That's going to do it for this side. Oh, breaking scaffolding is so satisfying. Oh, it's only 5 stops away now. Ho, 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 ho. Exciting, exciting. So maybe just some iron doors on there. That's probably going to be best. Just because then they're zombie proofed. Which I view as fairly important, almost critically important. Need to be protected. Hey, this is inventory organization now. Now we're onto it. Seeds, put those away. Do I can make iron doors, but I want to fly home and see if I have any. I don't want to make them if I don't have to. And it feels like I should have them. Well, no, actually, maybe not, because I did use 3 over at the front of the base. However, I have got 2 left, which is the perfect amount. We're going to take a little bit of redstone as well. Actually, we might be able to do this on an observer. What I want is for us to be able to open one door and have the other one open automatically. So in order for that, what do I need? These to be on the outside, probably. So we push that, this opens, observer there. This should be doable. Maybe I might need a second observer. Just to nail it shut. But let's see. So the signal comes out of that end, which means that I haven't really got much room for redstone here, but we'll see what we can do. So that will go there, and it will hit a bit of dust underneath us. Right there. Which I'm going to need to power the block above. How do I get that to happen? Not from this closed-in angle, at least. Like, that's not gonna happen right away, is it? No, we got one. Maybe we just have it as one. Because what I don't want to happen is that, because I'm just noticing that it triggers the observer twice, so I don't... Maybe we just have it as one. I think we just have it as one going off. You can only enter and exit through one door. think that's acceptable. This song reminds me of SimCity soundtrack. So if we're not worrying about an observer, then I think we can put the doors on the inside, which is good news actually, because again it just variates the shape of the front of the building a little bit. There we are. Yeah, I don't see why we can't just have one like that. I think that's fine. The grass will grow through here eventually. When we're done in this area, we'll take down the beacon and then we can replace this bit of wall with the surrounding blocks so that that blends in. So we won't worry about that right now. Alright, let's put the redstone back, and then I've got to do the other sides of this building. Whilst we're over here, I may just try and grab a little bit more of the stones that we're using over there, because I think I'm running a little bit low. Now, as I've mentioned, I am expecting this package to arrive any moment. So if I need to very quickly disappear, please accept my apologies. It shouldn't take too long. However, if I do suddenly just mute and vanish, that's why I'm going to get my parcel. Because we're not too far off now. I recognise the streets that it's on. It says it's 4 stops away, which is very exciting. And I need my stone cutter back. Did I put what did I do with that? I thought I kept that. Did I put it back over here? I did. I think it's a travesty in this game that the stone cutter doesn't do damage. It's the most dangerous looking block in the game. Why does it not do damage? I guess if it's going to do damage, it also needs to do damage to you while it's in your pocket, because it's, you know, it's a saw blade and it's still spinning while it's in your inventory, so I guess that's why the block itself doesn't do damage, because otherwise you wouldn't, in terms of the physics of it, you wouldn't be able to carry it. We can put all this back if we need to. I'm just clearing some space so that I've got room to work with the scaffolding. Beautiful. Clemmy! Happy birthday to you. DMCA's right here. Please don't do copyrighted material. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very, very much, Clemmy, for the birthday wishes. How are you? Not had a chance to catch up for ages. I hope you're well. Hope things are going okay. Night is falling. Oh, now I'm full up on dirt again! There's just no winning. I've got no space for a dandelion either! You know what? I'm just going to grow some bamboo because I have no space to keep it. Perfect. Pretty good. First stream I've been in for about 3 weeks. Took an unexpected break. That's fair enough. I think every now and then it's important to take a break. Just to reset a little bit. I find myself doing it fairly often. It's important. Package, 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 package. 2 stops away. We're nearly there. Ooh. How have you been? I have been well. Up until I saw that your puppy is whining. Oh no, why now? Seb Matthews. I hope I said that right. Thank you very, very much for the follow. Welcome to the TackPack friend. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. I hope life is treating you good. Let us know. Pop a little note in chat. Good for the follow. Thank you. Clemmy, why is your puppy whining? Go and see what see what Papa wants, and then come back. It's snowing outside. In April. I would have thought that was fairly commonplace for you, Clemmy. No? I thought it was always cold there. Oh, we tasted it on the work account. Okay, fair dues, fair dues. How are you doing today, Seb, or we tasted it? How are you? I hope you're well. Needless to say, of course, the welcome to the TackPack still counts. Just because it's a second account doesn't mean anything. Don't tell Twitch. It's been warm lately. Oh, had to turn off the radiators. I mean, that is unusual. And now it's snowing. I saw a video, I heard that in Iceland, they have too much hot water. So they literally have to leave their radiators on just to use up the hot water. It works out cheaper for homes in Iceland to just open their windows rather than turn the heating off, because they have so much hot water. So they're there with their windows open, full heating, because that's more economical for Iceland than just straight up turning the heating off. Just fine, pretty good. Sunny outside, go for a walk soon and lurk here. Nice. Good walk-in weather. It is today as well, to be fair. I can't tell because the blinds are down, but it has been nice today so far. I'm looking forward to heading on out in it. I do have to leave in just over half an hour or so because I've got to go and get my hair cut. As you can see, it's a little bit long. I've got the floppy fringe coming in alongside the emo sideburns, which I have zero issue with. I quite like that style, but it's where's my scaffolding going? Why is it going up? But it is time for a haircut, so I'm going to go and get my haircut in about half an hour or so. While I'm out, get a little bit of food, and then we'll be back later on in a few hours to continue with today's streams.
Who brings their vision, and particularly who bring their brain to the table, so that they're aware of what they're doing and they're making conscious choices.
Okay, we still haven't gotten the hang of scaffolding yet. I don't know if it's a block that you can actually understand in this game. It just is a force unto its own. It doesn't adhere to any rules that I can discern whatsoever. No snow here in Germany. Maybe spring one in the end. We've been having a little bit of snow here in April. It's fairly uncommon, but not unheard of. We do occasionally get snow in April. In fact, it did snow on my birthday one year. Lucky. Sweden is always like this, I guess. We do call April the joke weather month for a reason. I think everywhere does. I feel like pretty much the entire Earth just casts April aside as the month where there's no point having TV weather people. because it just doesn't matter. Everything's to play for in April.
You don't know how.
Which makes it really difficult to arrange to do anything for your birthday, by the way. He's like, well, I want to go out and do stuff, but it might be torrential rain. That's actually great. Joke weather month. I mean, they even put April Fool's Day in that month as well, so... You know, for the month to have April Fool's Day and unpredictable weather, someone was just definitely having a laugh when they came up with all that. Accidentally just opened iTunes. Apologies. One sec. I need to close it so I can get back to it. There we are. We're back. Alright. A little bit more of this. A little bit of that. Shaken, not stirred. Oh, he's only put the scaffolding too far away from the surface he wants to work on. Good one. Good one, Self. I'm an idiot. An absolute grade A nuclear arms race idiot. Please. Thank you. We got there. We call it April weather, but we say April and we say April. Sorry, let me start that sentence again. We just call it April weather, but we say April when pranking on the 1st, so I just call it joke weather month for non-Swedes to understand what I'm talking about. Gotcha. Sorry, I got there in the end. I see you are a Minecraft pro. I, by no stretch of the imagination, know what I'm doing in this game. If things go well, it's definitely more by luck than by judgment. There we are. So I'm just putting these weird shapes around the outside of the building because the pink texture looks ugly. And I made a mistake in choosing it. So my philosophy in this game is if it looks ugly, cover it up with something. So that's what we're doing here. We're just putting these I don't know what you'd call these weird shapes and formations around the outside, basically to act as a sort of barrier, as well as a way of distracting the eye from the horribleness that lies underneath. Still one stop away. How can you be one stop away? You are so clear. You are so close. So close. I'm waiting on a package to be delivered for my dad's birthday present. We're both April babies, and they chose today to deliver it. So I am just kind of keeping an eye on it, especially whilst it's close. Because this is I live in a place that people just don't know it exists. It's tough to find, especially if delivery drivers are working off of a bad sat-nav. So I've got to keep an eye just to make sure that my man doesn't miss anywhere. Because if it gets delivered somewhere else, there's a good chance I'm never going to get that package. It will just get delivered to somebody. I won't get told where, and it will never, ever be seen again. Although someone will wonder why on earth they've had a golfing mug delivered to them. I didn't order this. I didn't even know I liked golf. Hang on a minute. I don't. What? And the thing is, this area as well, it's not particularly neighbourly. You know, I wouldn't exactly leave my stuff in the charge of other people who live near here. No, sir. I'm going to be browsing the web now. I have to figure out some middle names and names to give the characters I'm working on for a webtoon. I'm the writer and my best friend's the artist. Oh, cool. We have Emery Fraser. Sorry, Emery Fraser. I put the I in the wrong place. Emery Fraser and Olive Bloom. Ooh. I like those names. I'll be lurking in the shadows. Hope you have an amazing birthday. Thank you very much. And thank you for the lurk as well. Good luck on your search. Oh, we've almost hit our follower goal for the month. I see that. One more away before we hit 10 out of 10 for April. That ain't bad. 9 more subs needed for the hyper-extended goal. We've had to extend it and super extend the goal. Now I've hyper extended it and we are close. That's pretty good. Any more scaffolding? I don't have any more scaffolding. I put it all down because I built it too far away from the wall. What a plum. Hello. I saw you this time. Don't think you're going to be blowing up my scaffolding for a third time this stream. No, sir. Alright. So we got the shapes in place. Now I just need to round them off a little bit. Slabs and stairs, plus some walls. Those will be the orders of the day. Yo, he's still just sitting in the same spot. Come on, you're one stop away. Can you, like, get back in your van and drive? Never normally this obsessive over packages. It will come when it will come, it's fine, but since living here and since losing packages just to unscrupulous neighbours, I'm now just like borderline obsessed. I need to know where my package is at all times. Especially because around Christmas I nearly lost £1,000 worth of delivery. So now I just obsess because I'm like, I do not want to lose anything. It's the Union. He's on his break now. You know what? You know what? You're probably correct. You're probably correct on that. It is Amazon. And I don't know if the same news has been breaking for everybody else, but here in the UK there was a story that broke. Amazon drivers forced to relieve themselves in bottles. which was being branded as really tough, horrible, inhumane working conditions, which is a very valid point. Although I did keep seeing in the comments of the stories, the people were going, "That's the life of a delivery driver, suck it up." Like, actual delivery drivers going, "Yeah, that's just how it is. If you don't want to do that, don't drive and deliver packages for a job." Which, you know, doesn't excuse it. Like, that's not an excuse. You know, maybe your employees should be allowed to take bathroom breaks every now and then. Just, you know, just a theory. Oh, an employment theory! But then what do I know? I don't employ people. I just feel like that seems like the reasonable thing to do. Bezos. Yeah, I heard this one has been confirmed by some drivers. It's tough. It's tough. I think that's one of the jobs I'd do for like a day. So I want to do a job just to see how it is. You know, I have a few of those. I'd want to be a bus driver for a day, you know? Things like that. I'll do it for a day, but I'm definitely not looking to launch a career in it. We get deliveries constantly at work, and at our office, all delivery drivers get water, coffee, and toilet visits. That's cool. That's a cool idea. We do that for whenever people come into our work as well with deliveries and stuff. If they ask, if they're like, "Oh, do you mind if I just quickly use the bathroom as well?" Yeah, you go. Just toward the back. You know where it is. Now that I've told you, you know where it is anyway. Like, that makes them sound like they're in every day. But like, if they ask for it, we give them use of the toilet as well. It's only human. You know, you should be allowed to have a toilet break. You know, I trust you that, you know, you are at work, you're not going into my bathroom to take substances that you shouldn't and do naughty things. Don't get me wrong, if I catch you, then I am throwing you out and putting in a major complaint to the delivery company. Yeah, I can't put a wall there. That's fine. Get rid of that. I can hear loads of voices outside, which makes me think he's near, but I think it's just all the people who live out the back just having a hangout. As long as they're doing it responsibly. I'm going to go out on a limb and presume that they are not. It sounds like there's quite a few voices out there, more than the legally sanctioned 6. I'm just going to keep out of their way. Ah, good jump. Nice. Oh, I need to have another look. Now what are you doing? You're no longer on the map! Oh my god, my driver's disappeared from the face of the earth. Alright, driver's moving. Driver's moving. Come on, though. I've got to go out. I can't wait in for you all day. quote British rock band Muse, time is running out. Your time is running out. Can't push it underground. Can't stop it screaming out. Boom 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 boom. He moves past my address. The horror and the pain of seeing that unfold. That's the thing as well, is that, like, what I have noticed when tracking packages online and stuff, the delivery route seems hugely unoptimized. The amount of times I've watched delivery drivers drive past my address to go somewhere the next town over, and then they come back past my house to go and deliver something else and then come to me. Like, just, you're in the area. Why can't you come and drop mine off whilst you're nearby? I'm not even saying that as a selfish point of, oh, I want my package. That's literally a, why don't you just save yourself some fuel and some time and do it on the way through? I'm sure there's a reason. Like a operational reason that because I don't work in the job I don't know about it. But surely it makes sense. It's just fuel economy at this point. More than anything else. Save yourself some fuel expenses. Not that I imagine they necessarily buy their own fuel. Wouldn't surprise me actually if some places do. But just make your life easy. Life is stressful enough without having to make it difficult like that, you know? Unless there's an actual operational reason why they're not allowed to do that. If I were a delivery driver, I would do that every day. I would look at my delivery route and go, okay, well I've got to go past this one to drop this one off, so I'm going to do that one whilst I'm there. Beautiful. We're done. UPS lets you pay partly for the fuel. Well, is there a reason to do that? Wait, it lets you pay as a consumer or as a delivery driver? Because delivery drivers shouldn't necessarily, I don't think, should be expected to pay for their own fuel. And I don't see why I should pay for the fuel to have my package delivered. That's the delivery company's responsibility. That feels odd. My guy, how many lunch breaks do you want? Oh, okay, I got you. It's included in the price. Got you. I was like, it sounded like it was an optional extra that you could pay for. So, oh, does that mean that you get your package in a slightly better condition, or? Ah, this guy wasn't a skinflint. He paid the bit extra for the service and the fuel. Make sure that his package doesn't get destroyed on delivery. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. We're fine. I think we can sneak in a quick snooze. Perfect. Alright, I've got one more side to do here. Oh, I've got to get some walls up around the top to hold the roof up. Yes, I didn't do it on over there either. Okay. Why am I trying to edge around this? Just put it up there. Oh, it's so good! I love breaking scaffolding in this game. It just clicks in the right way. Then, uno, dos, tres. Great. Alright, one more face. And then we're sorted. I need to keep checking this. It's become obsessive now. He's on the road! He's on my road, or he's very near my road. That's what I like to see. Come on, you can do it, friend. You can do it. Bet he'll get here just as I'm beginning to wrap up the stream. Okay, this time, how about we put the scaffolding, I don't know, maybe a little bit closer to what we're actually building on. This is better. Reckless disregard for gravity. Which is a game I actually have on Steam. Never played it before though, I just bought it and have never played it. So I may have to do that one day. I think the first time I tried to play it, it was just really framey because I had a bad computer. So nowadays it should actually be pretty good. The game's full name is A Reckless Disregard for Gravity. But we'll just call it A Reckless Disregard for Gravity. ARDFG. Ardfug is the abbreviated name of that game, I guess. Which is actually, I think, the noise I've been using to voice Bugcatcher Arnie in my Pokemon streams. Ardfug! Good evening! It's Bugcatcher Arnie, my Venonat! Oh. Alright, that should help. So once again, same as before, just like always, pulling some shapes out of the wall. Change it up a bit, come on. I almost wonder with scaffolding whether it's better to just build a solid wall of it rather than create these walkways. It'd certainly be more maneuverable getting around them. I just feel like it would be a bit of an easier construction job as well. Rather than trying to find the exact point that you need to be on to step down and things like that. Alright, the last heap of slabs and stairs now to get in place. And then we are more or less done. Need to get some walls up as well, but that is actually gonna do it. For not only this building, but also probably this stream. I think the timing may coincide fairly well. I've got about 10 minutes left of streaming time before I need to start getting ready to head out. Oh, he is so near. Okay, I may have to answer the door very soon. He's literally right around the corner. So, as I said earlier, if I do suddenly mute and disappear, it's because the driver is here with my package. I will go for my walk now. No problem. Have a good one. I shall indeed. I will be around tonight probably. Will you be live tonight? I shall. Yeah, I will be live from about 7 o'clock England time. And I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit more Tomb Raider tonight. So if people are around, I will look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy your walk and indeed the rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully see you a bit later on. Oop. I've just got a couple more bits to do. It's basically a race against time now. Lurk! Thank you very much for lurking as well. Very much appreciated. Oh! Excuse... Oh, man. And I know what's happened now as well is... This block's reappeared and now I've got... Oh, it didn't actually take one out of there. That's cool. I thought it was gonna. It looked like it did. But... It did not. Ow. Hopefully you'll be live when I get back. Yeah, I haven't really got an end point for this evening's stream. It would be 7 o'clock start as usual. But I'm thinking I might just go on a little bit later, given today's a special occasion. Or given how in 2 days' time it will be a special occasion. So, I don't know, we'll see. Also because it's going to be my last stream of the week, so I also want to try and fit in a little bit of Pokemon maybe as well. But that remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully I'll still be live, depending on what time you're finishing. I'm gonna go on a punt and say around 10 o'clock. Is that right? Half 9 I get out. Oh, okay, fair dues. And yeah, we should still be having a little bit of a shindig. So yeah, I don't see why not. Give it a go. Look, driver, you were literally on the corner to my road. How can you not be here? I see how it is. You're going to make me sleep? Fine. I'll sleep. I'll use this time to see what his game is. The driver has to make a few more deliveries on the way to the address. What are you talking about? He was one stop away. Unless there are other people literally right here expecting Amazon packages. Oh, yo, I think I just heard him knock. I did just hear him knock. I did just hear him knock. However, the knock that I mistook earlier in the stream, just like when I was talking about it, when he knocked on the... I thought he knocked on the door once and walked away instantly. He definitely 100% did that. Because there was definitely only one, and he was not there. I get that it has to be contactless delivery, but like at least wait there for a moment to see if I come to the door. But anyway, we did get ourselves a package, and as predicted, right at the stream's end as well. So that is going to do it for this afternoon's little streaming session. What a nice little chill stream. We did some work on One More Block. We've not done much One More Block. Stuff keeps happening that means that we have to do other things on One More Block days. But it was nice. We got a little bit of work done. That was quite nice and productive, actually. I was on there for longer than I thought. I was only supposed to be on there for a couple hours, and then we were going to pivot to Isaac. But we spent all 4 hours on the server, which is great. That's very good. But that is going to do it for this particular stream. I shall see you later. Morgan, I shall see you later as well. Have a good evening at work. I hope it all goes well. And work as hard as you need to. But no more than that. Oh, get a little stretch in. Oh, right. So, that's going to do it for this stream. In 3 hours' time, 7 PM England time, I will be back, and we will be on Tomb Raider or Pokemon. Tomb Raider or Pokemon, I haven't decided. Maybe we'll do Pokemon. I think maybe we'll do Pokemon tonight instead. We'll see. Maybe start with Pokemon, I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll be back in 3 hours. I am now going to disappear and get my hair cut. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Not all of this, but a good chunk of this because it is very long. Well, it's not very long. I've had longer. Like, the way I gauge it at the moment is my fringe length. So my fringe at the moment in its center point comes down to like the tip of my nose when it's not curved and pulled to the side. The longest my hair has been, my fringe came down to my chin. But I don't think I can let it get to that point. So yeah, I'm going to go and get it all tidied and cut because it's been about 6 months since my last haircut. Then I'm going to grab some food and then we'll be back for some more streaming. Everybody, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us so far this afternoon. If you're not doing so already and you've enjoyed the stream, then be sure to give that follow button a little tap and join the Tack Pack. If you want to come and hang out between streams, find out a little bit more about tonight and any others that are going on, you can find a link to the Discord just coming up in chat now. And if you have missed any VODs and want to catch up on anything, there is also a link to YouTube, which has appeared right there. And of course, you can search for TackProductions on social media, and you'll be able to find me there. Otherwise, though, that is going to do it for this afternoon. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you again a little bit later on. But otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you next week. See you later, goodbye, and all the rest of it. See ya.